So I just actually decided against going to do the Voltorb flip thing just because I'm kind of on the clock right now, and I can do the Voltorb flip at my leisure. I'm just gonna go take on the gym right now. So, welcome back to Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver. Getting right into those first battles in Whitney's gym in Goldenrod City. Beauty Victoria. They are a normal type gym, as you can probably guess from the Pokemon they're using. This is one of the reasons I highly recommended getting a Heracross or that Machop. They are fighting types, and fighting does a lot of damage against normal types, so the only weakness of normal type. But this gym is hard. Not necessarily the trainers in the gym, but Whitney is. I'm going to be getting into this a bit later when we actually get to Whitney, but just be prepared. Just because the trainers in the gym are pushovers, she is not a pushover. She is evil. Probably going to be speeding up these fights just because I'm going to be taking this opportunity to try and level up Callion, my Togepi. But because for the next gym, the one after this one actually, I want to have Callion evolve. He's not going to be too much. Later on in the game, we are going to be getting to the point where the other Pokemon stats are getting much, much farther above even Togetic's stats, because, as I said before, one of my least favorite things about this game is you cannot evolve your Sinnoh evolutions. The Pokemon that have Sinnoh evolution that evolve by certain stones are locked out to you. I don't like this, as I've been over before, and Togepi is one of the few. The thing that annoys me, though, the most is there are certain Sinnoh evolutions that you can get, the ones that evolve by moves. You're a bit higher level. I just want to use Metronome on you. Don't do a lot of damage, Good. Yeah, Togepi is pretty tanky in stats. One of the reasons I love it so much. Constrict. Not a terrible move. Come on, get some legendary signatures. Horn attack. Togepi does, I guess, have horns with those, no. Actually, I can just use Extra Sensory on you because Extra Sensory is a special attack, and that does not matter. Nope. It's fainted. Wait, and also, one correction I actually wanted to make on myself about the potions. The potions, right now, they don't heal more than the Soda Pop or any of the Lemonade or those items. I was thinking about the more recent games where they made the other healing items a bit better, and yeah, the Soda Pop and the Lemonade are just much better versions and much cheaper versions of the Super Potion. So there's really no reason to keep using them because they restore more HP than the Super Potion on top of being cheaper. That's one thing I just wanted to mention that I sort of was confused about myself on, and I just remembered now. I was thinking about the more recent games where they somewhat made the Super Potion a bit better, but even still, the Lemonade is a much better option. One interesting detail about this gym I actually like is the shape of the raised platforms and the lower platforms. You may not have noticed it at first, but it's actually in the shape of a Clefairy. Yeah, Clefairy. I always get Clefairy, Clefable, and Clef a bit mixed up just because the names are so similar. Not like Wigglytuff, Jigglypuff, and Jigglypuff, where I distinctly remember this because I love Jigglypuff's line. Alright, I think it's time Megalon has his, spot. I'm a bit worried about Meowth. Yeah, Meowth isn't too terribly strong with its attacks, it's just I don't want Togepi fainting from a random crit somehow. Look at that. Not even a critical hit on me, just took it. Yes, they are 3 levels lower than me, but that is the power of the Brick Break on Heracross. It's just so strong. Just such high stats early on in the game with such a very powerful move. That's a TM that you usually don't get until late game, and Heracross just learns it leveling up this early. I'm pretty sure they did that just because they realize how hard this gym is, and it's one of the reasons a lot of people use Heracross. Alright, using Growl on me, that has nothing. Yeah, I might get Thunderbolt on Lanayru, but I might not just because I know for sure that Lanayru does get some better electric moves earlier on before the move I do want Lanayru to learn. The move I want Lanayru to learn isn't accessible till a few levels later than... Yeah, I'm rambling at the point. Basically what I mean is Lanayru is going to get Thunderbolt before I get the move I want. It learns the move I want, then I get Thunderbolt later. So when I get the move Lanayru I want, it's going to already have Thunderbolt. Yeah, see, this is what I mean, it's a Clefairy. I kind of like this because it's a bit of an interesting, not maze, but I just like the layout of it. I didn't notice it at first, and when someone pointed it out to me, I just silently face-palmed and walked away because I realized, in retrospect, it actually is, which makes sense. Though, if this was a more recent game, this would not be an easy gym. Well, it would be even harder of a gym. Because Clefairy is, as we all know, a fairy type. And what is fairy good against? Fighting. Yeah, if they made this gym in a remake, it would definitely be a lot harder. Hey look, another Pokemon that's a fairy type in the more recent games. Attack. Yeah, I kind of like Snubbull. It's one of the few fairy types I don't 100% dislike, mostly because when it was made a fairy type, it was actually made worse. I ran a calculation just... Oh wow, critical hit on that, nice. Doing a bit of a rough calculation in my head, a Granbull, when it was a normal type, using Giga Impact, the strongest physical normal move, is, of course, is stronger than a Granbull nowadays that is a fairy type using the strongest fairy move. Even a Granbull that is a fairy type using the strongest fairy move it can learn, which is Play Rough, and a Fairy Granbull using the strongest normal move, Giga Impact, it can learn, the Granbull using the Giga Impact is still stronger, neutrally speaking, than the Fairy type Play Rough. It's 135 base damage on the Play Rough, I think 135, I'm pretty sure is that, I'm pretty sure Play Rough is 90 power, compared to the 150 base power of Giga Impact. It's just a little funny thing I learned a while back and just figured out that when they made Granbull a fairy type, they actually made it a bit weaker. There's like, even now, Giga Impact is still stronger than Play Rough. It's one of those things about fairy type I just don't like, and we're seeing, and the reason I bring it up is that there's a lot of Pokemon in this gym that are modern day fairy types, and it's just... bringing it up kind of makes me... the only fairy type I actually... of course, Disable. The only fairy type I actually like that existed prior to Generation 6 is Togepi's line, just because Togepi, in my opinion, is the one fairy type that wasn't just Bone Club. That's interesting. Crap. Sing. Better not draw on my face with a marker after this, Jigglypuff. Back to my little holding on fairy types. The only fairy type I actually like that was out before Generation 6 is the Togepi line, because I've always liked Togepi, I've used it before in playthroughs, and I just think it's a great looking Pokemon. And it's one of the few fairy types that wasn't just either broken into oblivion or just completely underpowered by the addition of the fairy type. It was made stronger as an attacker, and also gained some defenses, while at the same time, it does have to worry about some more things. In my opinion, it was the best fairy type they added, because it wasn't factually better or factually worse than it was before. It got it better at both ends. It got better as an attacker and as a defender, as well as it did incur a couple more weaknesses. It gets better offense with actually being able to make use of its secondary typing, and it also got a few more weaknesses. I like it. It was just a lot more balanced, in my opinion. Whereas some others, they just got, oh, yeah, this thing is weak to poison now, but it also learns psychic moves, so kind of irrelevant weakness. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of fairy types, and this gym kind of brings it out because they use a lot of fairy type Pokemon that are modern day. A lot of Pokemon that are modern day fairy types, I should say. Though it is great to be able to use fighting moves on them and just super effective KO them. If this was a fairy type gym in this game, you would probably be screwed because you cannot get steel types this early on. You can't even get any steel types right now. Yeah, there actually is no steel type you can get this early, and poison types are weak to psychic, and I'm pretty sure there are at least there's a lot of Pokemon that they have moves that are good against poison early on. So, if this was a modern game, or they remake Johto again, so a remake, it would be a bit harder of a gym. There's a whole little tirade on fairy type Pokemon. Yeah, this gym just brings out the worst in me sometimes. Jesus, enough Jigglypuffs already. Enough Jigglypuff, no. Yeah, I have to remember, all Pokemon names are already plural. I keep making that mistake sometimes when in recording. Alright, yeah, Jigglypuff is just an HP sponge, essentially, not decent mixed attacking stats, but a lot high HP. It's kind of... one way I've heard of Jigglypuff and its evolution, which I've described as just a Blissey on a diet, which is it does make sense. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's everyone. I kind of like how you have to beat this person by making them walk this way, and then you can just walk behind them. We have cleared up the gym, and I'm gonna go cut back and heal. I'm gonna go cut back, heal, and get you back at Whitney again. No, I wanted to ride my bike. It kind of bring it over. Just gonna make a quick detour over to the Goldenrod department store. Hopefully this is the item I want. Next, isn't it? Package from your mom. Here we go. Oh, we got a Repel. That's one of the more useful items you can get from your mother, though there are more useful items. I don't know if the items locked by story progress. I'm pretty sure they aren't, as I've gotten a few of the better items this early on before that really helped me in this fight. But I don't 100% know if they're story locked. I think some might be, because some of them are really, really powerful. Like, when I'm really powerful, I mean stupid good. Yeah, hate this maze. Maybe I should stop using the stupid circle pad. Yeah, that's a great idea, Max. Just don't use the circle pad. Use the D-pad, which is what this game was made with in mind. Alright, we have... This also does kind of look like a gym that a fairy-type trainer would have, just because it's pink and everything. You! I saw you at the radio tower just now. Everyone was into Pokemon, so I got into it too. So you got into Pokemon just because everyone was going into it and you were looking for it because it was a popular trend. I've heard a word. I've heard of things people doing. I cannot speak right now. I've heard of people also doing that in real life with worse things. Pokemon are super cute. I agree with that. You want to battle? I'm warning you. I'm good. Oh, you are not good. You are evil. Well, yeah, she is evil. She only has 2 Pokemon, so why is this fight hard? Oh, you have no idea. She's gonna be leading off with her Clefairy. What do you say we make this metronome battle? Though I'm gonna make you go to sleep first. Yep. Okay, that's good. Yeah, with the metronome, that is one of the things about this fight that makes this game a bit difficult. Oh crap! Oh crap! Yeah, metronome is. Okay, that's. Yeah, metronome is, in my opinion, one of the things that makes this fight so hard. Because they can get stupid lucky with good moves. What the heck is it with me getting 2... This happened before when I was using metronome, I got tackled twice in a row. Hopefully, I can get a good physical. If I can get, if I can just get, a physical fighting move, say, a low kick or something like that, that's gonna do us so much. Psycho Cut, okay, that is a physical move. Psycho Cut is a physical psychic move, and it does have a high critical chance, so you go through that withdraw. Nice. Come on, something good. Rock Throw. Fairy's fast. Okay, this is looking good. Things are looking up. Okay, good. Get those super potions out of the way now. Skull Bash! Oh, nice! Yeah, considering Togepi's low physical attack, that's actually pretty good. Okay, woken up, metronome. Agility, okay, that doesn't really help you too much. Yeah, unless I get, there's no speed-based move. Unless I get Gyro Ball, which actually would help me more. Swift, okay. I'm a special attacker, so. Slap. Oh, that's doing nothing, okay. Yeah, this fight is pretty tense just because of the RNG involved, and I know that I could just switch out to Megalon and just wreck them, but I kind of want to see where this goes because I have 2 Meditates up. If I can get just a good physical move, I can just destroy. And another good... This is just ridiculous. I am just getting so many physical moves. Well, so many physical buffing moves. Sharpen and 2 meditate. That's 3 physical attack buffs. Mach punch. Physical fighting move. Alright. Callian gain. Come on, can we... Is this seriously gonna be like the Callian sweep? Miltank. Oh boy. This is not going to be fun. Her Miltank is the reason this fight is so hard. That. Attract. This is why I said the female Machop is so good. Miltank is always female. Most Pokemon early on are all male, or at least have a higher chance of being male. Okay. You know what? I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk Kelly getting knocked out. I know I have all those attack buffs, but I don't want to risk Kelly getting knocked out. I know Megalon can do this. Yeah. Miltank also has pretty good stats for this early on. It's very high defense and very high special defense in HP with not terrible offense. Like, look at that. That was a physical fighting move from a Heracross on a Miltank of equal level. This thing is bulky and annoyingly so. Alright, come on, if you can just land this Brick Break. Yes, we win! This fight was a lot easier than most times I have fought Whitney. A lot of times I fight her, I just get immobilized by love. Her Miltank just spams... what is it? Defense Curl, that's what it is. And just spams Defense Curl, boosting its defense, so I can't knock it out because most Pokemon you have are either physical attackers right now. I'll get after this. Meanie. Lady. Wah! Wah! So you're impersonating Waluigi now? Wah! Alright. Great. So am I supposed to get like a badge out of you or something? Oh no, you make Whitney cry. She's okay. She'll stop soon. She always does if she loses. Yeah, you have to go talk to her. What? What do you want? Badge? Oh right, I forgot. Here's the plain badge. We received the plain badge from Whitney. Back to what I was saying about that fight. Right, there's more for this. The plain badge lets you use your Pokemon use strength outside of battle. Oh, you can have this too. Oh, great. TM 45. Attract. Isn't it? You are kind of cute. I will give you that. That's right. I heard this thing called Avalon. That is one place we are going to be going to next. So that was actually a less painful battle than I anticipated. A lot of the time when I battle Whitney, I just get unlucky with that first attract. I can't attack for the first turn, and she sets up Defense Curl. I can't knock her out because she has higher defense now. And then she just sweeps with Rollout, because Rollout, if you use Defense Curl earlier in the battle and then you use Rollout deals increased damage, and Rollout deals, I believe it is double damage every successive turn. It hurts, and early in the game, you will get knocked out from at least one hit more often than not, and most Pokemon early on are male. Your starter has a higher chance of being male. Togepi, if you're using it, has a higher chance of being male. Machop, if you breed for Nogart, has a higher chance of being male. Whereas Miltank is all female. It is a bit of an annoying gimmick fight. Thankfully, I out-gimmicked her with Callian just getting those awesome attack buffs. It was a not terrible fight. I mean, I did get the flinch at the end, which was kind of unlucky, but overall, I'd say it was a pretty good fight. Not getting immobilized by love 2 turns in a row, which happens to me a lot for some reason when I fight her off-screen. It was we had an easy run. I'm not going to complain about an easy run of Whitney. A lot of people hate Whitney because of just how annoying that fight is. And now that we have bested her, we can now freely go on. I collect them. I collect them too. This is Cameron talking about. Hello, when you least expect it, I'm Cameron, the photographer. You look so photogenic, want to have a picture taken. This is what I mean. I don't know if you have to go to the one in Goldenrod first to get this. The whole Cameron picture thing being triggered. I like how Oddish is right behind my head, so it looks like there's grass growing out of my hat. Or I have like a spiky green mohawk or something. Pictures in your PC. Yes, we can go see our pictures in the PC. Oh yeah, the bike shop guy. That's nice timing. Hey, it's the bike shop. I've been selling a lot of bikes lately because you've been riding around the bike advertising for me. I'm wondering, thank you, just get the bicycle you're riding around, just yours, thank you so much. Yeah, we just get to keep the bicycle now because we rode it around for a little bit. I kind of like this, how you don't really get much. Oh, I forgot, don't talk to him. This guy doesn't give you anything when you beat him. I actually already beat these guys off screen. This guy, the juggler I just talked to, he doesn't actually rebattle you. He's just kind of a useless trivia guy. I actually didn't know that the Pokemon March lures wild Pokemon. I didn't know that, and it's an interesting thing to know. There's a few Pokemon up here, and we're going to be going over them. Alright, now that that's all done, we're going to go into here and head over to the Pokeathlon Dome. Pokeathlon Dome is this way. Please go through the entrance gate to participate in the games. I am probably not going to be doing all of these right now, just because I want to make some story progress, and we can't really get much of a benefit from them. Mwahaha! I feel it. The twinkle in your eyes, the twinkle of friendship. You're quite something. Your Togepi is quite a Pokemon. It's great to participate in the Pokeathlon, bud. Most of all, your solidarity with and trust of your Pokemon makes me believe in infinite potential. Alright, follow me. What do you think? This is the Pokeathlon Dome. Pokeathlon is a sport festival for trainers and Pokemon. Inside the dome are various challenges awaiting trainers and Pokemon to test their friendship. Why don't you try it? You're amazing, bud. This is a pleasant surprise. To see a Pokeathlete with strong potential is such a pleasure. I'm glad I held the Pokeathlon here in Johto. My name is Magnus. We shall meet again, bud. See ya, young Pokeathlete. Ask the Pokemon trainer in the same sentence? Yeah, that's never happening. This is an interesting place. I both on one hand love this place and on the other hate it. Because this is the athlete shop. You can get some pretty good items here. However, most of the good ones are locked into post-game. You can get Ipricorns here, and you can get Moo. You can actually get Moo Milk. This is a pretty interesting item. It restores 100 HP. It's basically like a better version of the Lemonade, though I prefer the Lemonade just because it's a bit cheaper to get. You don't have to spend as much time doing the Pokeathlon. And actually, you just get the money from battling normal trainers. Rare Candy. These are very useful. I remember... oh, it's 2000 BP. I thought it was 20 OP. 200 OP. Yeah, it is pretty OP. If it was 200. And the Moonstone is just 3000. As you might have guessed, there are evolution items here. However, this is one of the places you get the Sinnoh Evolution Stones. They are locked into after you get the National Dex. That is one thing I dislike about this place, is a lot of the Sinnoh Evolution items are... Well, you get them here, and you have to get them in post-game, which is a bit annoying, because I kind of want some of my Sinnoh Evolutions now, because I like the Sinnoh Evolutions. Like, I just kind of like... I like Togekiss, and I don't like how I can't use a Togekiss in the main story. It's one thing that has bugged me about this game. And you do get the Shiny Stone to evolve it here. Though you have to get the National Dex, which is post-game. The Pokeathlon is a pretty good place to just get some items. You saw some Apricorns. The items do rotate every day. Every day there's a different set of items there. It's set... Well, that was a big... Huh? What are you... You're the Pokemon like that? You're prepared, aren't you? So, medium or small? You look like a medium. Okay, your jersey suits you. This is big Pokeathlon. Okay. How do you know my measurements just by looking at me? Wait, right here. But it's like, the items, they do change daily. It's set to which day it is. I believe you can only buy one of each item per day. They're pretty good items, as you saw. We had some Apricorns and some evolution items, and the rare candy. In my opinion, the rare candy is probably the best item, though to get that many BP, or not BP, just points, is a bit long, though it is worth it if you can do it. I like how on the screen up there you see the Johto starters. I like how Cyndaquil is just running consistently, and then Totodile is just running, stopping, running, stopping, running, stopping, and Chikorita's just there, trucking along a little slowly, which is, makes sense for where they are. That's really all there is to here. I'll probably do an episode just dedicated to the Pokeathlon, though don't expect it to come for a while, because there is a lot of stuff to do here. There's a lot of different competitions, a lot of different things, and it is fun, though not my favorite thing to do most of the time. It's a fun side distraction, which is one thing about Johto I do like. There's a lot of side things to do. This is speaking of side things. Welcome to the Epper Juice stand. You're confused about Epper Juices. Let's take this. The Epper Blender. I don't really like this thing, as you basically just put apricorns inside of it and blend it up, and you give to Pokemon to enhance their Pokeathlon stats. It's definitely useful. It's definitely very useful for Pokeathlon stats if you want to do as best as you possibly can to get the items as quickly as possible. Though you tend to do best normally just because you are the AI, you're not the AI player. And if you have, say, 2 DSs and you can trade, if you have another Pokemon HeartGold SoulSilver game, you can do the co-op mode, where I believe there are more events to earn even more points in. Again, I'm going to be going over this at a later time. It's just there's a lot of other stuff to do, and this is kind of low on that priority list. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is the National Park bug catching contest is held Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. It's a great way of grinding for experience. If you're having trouble with Whitney, I recommend doing this. This is what I've done in typical playthroughs of this game. And there's also a fair number of trainers to do here. Fair number of trainers to battle against here. Speaking of actually one item I want to get, pay attention, please. Oops, I quit thinking I teach it all the time. As a Pokemon trainer, since you're working hard, take this. The Quick Claw. This is not a move, an item that is a chance of activating every turn where you go first. It is not affected by priority, so say you're using a regular attack and the opponent's using a priority move, it doesn't give you increased priority over the priority move, to my knowledge. I believe it is just you go first in turn order when at the same priority. There's a lot of stuff to do in here. There's a pretty big area. It's shaped like a giant Pokeball, which I really like. And there's a couple of trainers to battle here. There is one TM I actually want to get. I don't know exactly where it is. I know where it is in the National Park, though I don't remember how to get to it. Unless I've already come here and grabbed TM. It's kind of hard to keep track when you're doing 2 playthroughs of the same game. Stop using the circle pad. Alright, let's just bike down here, and I'm pretty sure it's down here. There's a lot of trees to use Headbutt on. I believe all of them have the exact same Pokemon as Azalea Town, aside from Heracross. I believe Heracross isn't exclusive to Azalea Town. Well, Heracross isn't exclusive to Azalea Town, but I believe it is exclusive for now, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just could have just checked my TM case if I have it. Yep, I already have it. TM Dig. Dig would have been useful for the next gym had abilities not been introduced. Abilities kind of made Dig not useful for the next battle. I was also thinking about maybe teaching Dig to either Megalon or Firestorm. However, I came to the conclusion that I was just going to override that move eventually. And there is another Pokemon I'm going to be getting on my team that will be able to make substantially better use of Dig. I'm not going to teach it to any Pokemon right now. I was going to, but decided against it because those would have been... Actually, every Pokemon I am going to be teaching Dig to will have Dig overridden eventually, though the one I'm planning on teaching it to now is going to make use of it substantially longer. I'll go over some more National Park stuff later. And on the commotion, I forgot to go over and get the watering can from the berry place, of course. I am such a dolt. I was... One step, of course. What is this, Unova? Yeah, I kind of got caught up in beating Whitney as easily as I did, so I kind of forgot. I'll get away safely. Let's get going. Yeah, I am honestly surprised I beat Whitney that fast. I know I've said that a little bit earlier, but Whitney is a hard gym to fight against if you're not prepared, and I kind of just out-RNG'd her, because Whitney is basically RNG the gym leader. It's just, okay, you gotta avoid, you gotta not get hit by, you gotta get I cannot speak, jeez! You gotta get lucky with getting a female Pokemon to not get affected by Attract. You gotta not get hit by Rollout. If you are a male Pokemon that's afflicted by Attract, you got to get lucky and not be afflicted by Attract for that one turn and not get hit by Rollout or KO'd by it. You gotta get a critical hit if you're using physical moves to get through that defense curl spam. It's RNG the gym leader fight, and I don't really like. I mean, I kind of out RNG'd her, as I said, with Togepi, Callian, MVP. So now that we have the squirt bottle, we also got some other items from her. Wait, no, we didn't. Wait. No, that's a squirt bottle. Where's the berry things? Where's the... Oh, wait, right, I remember now. That's coming up. So, now that we have beaten Whitney, we have the squirt bottle, we can actually progress the story, as I forgot. I kind of just remembered always going to the Route 36. Oh, Ralph, what do you want? What do you got now, Ralph? Doing Beetle Tentacle, of course. Yeah, this is one thing about the Pokegear that I don't like a lot, is a lot of the times the NPCs you register will just call you for random trivia or just something, and it is somewhat realistic with how real people do just message you about things. Though, in a game like this, I'm not as big of a fan of it because it kind of does take a while, and though the ringing is a bit annoying. And I'm just rapidly tap A through the things is also a bit of an annoyance. I wish if they did call you, it was just for a rebattle. Obtain the blue apricorn. And the psychic type trainer. Yeah. This is our introduction of the psychic class of trainers. They predominantly use psychic types, as their name would imply. Like, come on, find out Abra. Oh, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be so easy. RNG time. Oh yeah, I always forget that Abra can use Flash. It's one of the few TMs that can actually learn. Alright, no more RNG time. Your RNG privileges have been revoked. Do I have any moves that are guaranteed to hit? Smokescreen, Headbutt, Leer... Yes, Aerial Ace. So glad I kept Aerial Ace. Yep. Yeah, Flash is... I mean, I'm not a big person who's like, oh, accuracy hacks, it's, should be banned. I just don't like it in an actual competitive strategy. I am okay with it because, again, it's a strategy of using it. It does require some setup. But, like, in a story playthrough, I just find it a bit of an annoyance because they're not actually having a strategy behind what they're doing. They're just there to stall you out and just make your life a bit of an annoyance. In actual competitive strategies, they are doing more than just, okay, just lowering your accuracy into infinity being 0, lower your accuracy into being 0, and then just doing weak attacks on you for the rest of the fight, as opposed to actual strategies where the strategy is lower your accuracy so you can't attack, and then hit you with strong moves to cripple your ability to attack. I like those strategies because they have thought behind it. Oh, Kadabra. This is... you know what? Callian again. I want to know. Because Kadabra is able to do attacks, I'm not as worried about it. Oh crap, did I actually get any of that? Sensor.